Sorry about that, guys. Had to do something quickly, but this is now going to be in 2 parts. So this is episode 17 part 2. Okay, right, so as I was saying, the acceptance and use policy would just be for, well, most of it would be for the 3G connectivity, because there'll be a set allowance, which I'll be paying for you guys. So for the UK, 3 does 15 gig, so let's use that as an example. The 15 gig should be more than enough, right, for the usage that I expect. In fact, that is like, you guys should only be using like 5 or 6 gigs, so not even half. But right, this is going to be the example. So if you use the 3G network and you're out and about, you watching loads of YouTube videos and etc., that is fine as long as you don't go over the set allowance. And if you do want to download apps and all that, please make sure you do it when you're at home. Okay, looks like I'm going to need to redo this one. If you do want to download apps and most of your YouTube watching, please do that when you are using Wi-Fi, so that doesn't come out of the allowance. The policy which I was thinking of doing is so if you damage the iPad, like say a broken screen, I will allow you to go to Apple and do it, but the thing is you would need to pay to get it redone, because they'll need to replace it because it's a cracked screen. So what we're going to need to do is I will pay for that cracked screen to be replaced by Apple, as long as you actually stand by the policy and you don't break it within the first month or so. I would also recommend you purchase a case before you get the iPad. I'll give you the money for that. So you would actually have a let's call, I think it's the Warrior case or something, which I recommend you guys should have. So then that way your iPad will be protected. So that would be the best option before you get the iPad. I would also purchase Apple Care for it. And if you go in, I think they would ask you to pay. So what you're going to need to do is, I would need to try and set up a fund. So when you go into Apple and they request the money, I think they accept PayPal or something. Either way, I'll send you the money, which will be enough to repair it. So yeah, I think the fund would be the best option. Also for the gamers, it would be, you would have 2 choices for the gamers with the gaming computers. You could either have an actual computer or a specialised custom-made gaming laptop. The gaming computer would have a i7 4770K liquid cooled with a NVIDIA GTX 770 That should be enough. That should be more than enough power for the gamers. Wait, no, let's make it the 970, let's say, probably. I think it'll be a bit too generous. Or the AMD R9 280X, and I think I'll put it in Crossfire or SLI. And doesn't matter about the power supply, but I can tell you the specs of the gaming laptop. The laptop would have a Intel Core i7. This is actually a desktop grade portable computer. Well, it's got a desktop CPU, but it is the i7 4960X Extreme Edition, unlocked. I don't think you'll be able to overclock it because it's on a laptop. A Nvidia GTX 880M in SLI, 32 gig of HyperX RAM, so that's maxed out. You would also get a Razer Mamba mouse, because it's for gaming and the trackpad ain't really that good for like games, which everyone knows. If anything, I think I might be spoiling the staff, but hey, it's pretty much like a thank you for the work you're doing and all that. But yeah, don't forget though about the acceptance of view policy for the iPad. Please always make sure you check the data available. In the UK, as I said, it'll be Hutchison 3G, which is 3, or in the USA it'll be AT&T. Also, if you guys want to go to conventions and I have enough, please tell me. Say PAX, that one's alright, considering it's like a gaming place. That's fine. Also VidCon, to see other YouTubers, that is absolutely fine. But I'll just be paying for the convention and maybe the tickets for the transportation, as long as you actually do all the work and I then just give you the money after I verify what you've done. So yeah, I know that this is just planning a bit into the future, and I don't think this will actually happen, but it will if I still have my job after the probation period. Yeah, I'll make sure the people who would get the iPad are going to be trusted staff, which would, well, not just the iPad, but for everything else, it'll just be, for everything that I'm offering, it'll just be trusted staff, staff members, which I've had for ages. Ages, I think, would be defined as if you've been staff for 2 months or over and you haven't actually had any complaint, the people who come on and play, which aren't staff, and they complain about one of the staff members, say a person comes on and starts complaining that my co-owner has been doing this, and I look into it and it comes out true, then that means that my co-owner won't be trusted anymore. So that means that he won't be getting the services. After the 2 months would be pretty much you'll be a trusted member of staff, you'll get them items, and if afterwards and you do something, you would have up to 3 warnings, and if you go over the 3 warnings, then I would actually cancel the subscription package and request for you to send the iPad back. If you don't, then I would do a lawsuit. Or you pay me back the whole price and take over the contract. So that's why I want it just to be trusted staff members who I've had for ages. So from the top of my head it'll be Joey Two-Tone, he's trusted, and Gizbusy, he's been trusted. That's my admin in Corona. And there are a few others like Evan, he's trusted, so he would get it. And I don't know who else, but that's just from the top of my head. So don't worry if I didn't mention your name. Okay. Right. So back to the podcast. As I said, I have done that. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my light on. It's starting to get a bit dark. Okay, right, so back to the podcast. That would be every, like, Monday, the podcast would be, for the music one. I would still try and organise the one where I chat to other people to help their channel grow. I would also get in touch with someone, so I would actually become a proper network which would partner people, and the first people that I'll partner are going to be my staff when they have YouTube. So then that way they would actually like be getting the benefit. I mean, the benefits would also be like a free Minecraft host, depending on how big their channel is. So if their channel is small, they'll be able to get like a small server, etc. They would also have access to Audio Micro music library, along with the other music libraries. Okay guys, well I think that'll be the end of this episode. I'll see you in the next one.